Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello. Man, that was
Caitlin has says that last a few more minutes, saying she'll be on before 6:20.
Alrighty.
I had to tell her I doubt that because it's already past 6:20.
Is she in the same time zone?
I could have sworn she was. Maybe we're wrong, and maybe she's currently in California?
Alrighty. Wow.
I thought she was somewhere in the middle.
Mr. Lewis is not on.
Uh-oh. It's alright. His character's tied up in court anyway. You guys hear me? Hello? Uh-oh. You guys in Discord hear me?
Nope.
No. Okay. We gotta figure out what's going on here.
What is nope?
Darren wrote in the chat if we can hear him. I said nope.
Nope. You are muted. Or you were
I'm
muted.
Not anymore. His mic's open, but I can't hear him.
Alright.
Hang on. Hang on. Check. Check, check. Uh-oh. It's voice mod. I think it's voice mod causing the problem. Let's see. Input. Output. Okay, then what we need to do is input. Should be voice mod. Let me try resetting voice mod or something. Voice mod's picking it up right. That's the thing. Discord is not for some reason. Let me just close voice mod really quick and Discord. Restart them.
I heard you.
I heard you now.
Oh no, it was working for a second?
It's working now.
It's working now.
Oh, okay. I literally didn't change anything. I have no idea. It was some weirdness going on between voice mod and Discord. All I did was look at the settings and it worked. So I don't know.
Sometimes it's all it needs. It's a reminder that you should be giving it a stern look.
I guess. Technology, right? Okay, I feel better.
Did you just actually bleep yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Comes in useful, I figured since we've been getting censored anyways, it would be good to have an button,
Who's getting censored? What now? I haven't
Well-
heard about this.
Well, the YouTube videos have been getting. Oh man, I think they've been getting hit on this show in particular for shocking content, but and also a copyright strike for audio. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. It's nothing you guys should concern yourselves with.
So the question is, do you have any kind of editing program?
Video editing, yes, I do. Yeah.
All right. Because I have an idea. Actually, I'm going to talk with you about this idea for a second. Are you recording? Because if you're recording, please stop.
I mean, we're live.
Oh, all right.
We could talk about it later, or I can stop the stream
Sure.
for a minute. It's up to you.
Get a little pause. I have an idea for what would happen if something like that happens, or we need to cut something else out, right? Especially if it's audio only.
Yeah. I just figured with the audio, it was fine for the sound effects scenes. So when you just had people talking in the background, but it hit it for certain sections, and it was when cello music was playing. So I just had to mute a few minutes in those sections, unfortunately.
I saw.
I feel bad that apparently we're so shocking.
Nah, I mean, I've seen way worse. I don't think it's that. I think it's, sometimes the algorithm is a little sensitive and it automatically flags things.
Gotcha.
And it's just been, I don't know, since the channel hit 100 subs or something on YouTube, it's been just a little extra harsh. I had to hit one video, I did a cyberpunk video a few days ago, and they hit that video too, but then they, a few hours later, they just lifted it. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just some weird stuff going on. So.
But seeing as our group name is literally no crap, I don't know what we can do about the swearing.
Swearing isn't an issue. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Feel free to swear away. I can always bleep the videos or something if I really wanted to. I don't think I'm going to. So, anybody have anything interesting happen over the last couple weeks? Any cool stories or anything?
Finally got my tattoo.
Congrats.
Yeah, fun story about that one. I got it on the top of my foot. That was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And not just the top of my foot, the dead center top of my foot.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty sensitive area.
And then my husband got the same tattoo. Well, it's a very similar tattoo. It's a paw print of our dog. And his was on the back of his calf, and he slept through it. You know how pissed I was?
Hello.
There's that keyboard solo.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. I love the keyboard solos. They're amazing.
I remember to mute myself. For some reason, my keyboards always come in really loud.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Shit, not much. Just making it back home.
That's perfectly fine. Caitlin gets here, and then I'm going to do a thing. Actually, I'm going to open up a little more stuff.
The Twitch channel hit affiliate since the last time we talked. So I've got like a couple custom emotes and stuff now. I got a nice little sub button.
What does that mean? Is it like a certain number of people who watch, or?
Yeah, so you have to hit like a certain average viewers, average like days and hours a month, like streaming. Like you have to stream in so many days. And basically it gives you like people can sub to your channel and you can get like ad revenue and stuff like that. Like you proper Twitch member. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. It's weird feeling.
Yeah.
I think that is a Caitlin. And so that should be everyone. I'm going to do a mic check on myself.
Okie dokie.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. All right. Darn it. It's still a little sensitive. It's still going to pick that up. Put it all the way over there. Know why it's picking this up.
Okay, I should be done typing for a little bit.
Okay. I think this is good. Ah.
All right, I gotta get my my note-taking stuff together here.
All right.
I'm good. All right.
All right. I am glad you've gotten your note-taking stuff together because there may be notes to take this session.
I took
Right.
notes for our last session too.
So, with everyone here, who would like to explain what happened last session?
Uh-oh.
Sort of a recap.
Anybody else?
Where to begin?
Yeah, really.
Well, I guess we should start off with Sydney's boss being heinous and demanding that she come into work in the middle of the COVID crisis at the crack of dawn on no notice. She showed up to work late, bedraggled, and completely confused, got a dressing down for no good reason, and was told to take over the project to turn the asylum building into some sort of community center space. She went out there and ran into Isobel and Haley, who were there merely because Haley felt the intense urge to go there for no reason. And Isobel, while thoroughly freaked out by that experience, was trying to be there for her friend, so she drove her on over. And they went inside to find Darren, who had run in there because he had the worst acid trip of his life and was hiding from monsters that didn't appear to actually exist. He tried to hide from us and fell on a large thing of rubble, terribly injuring himself. And Isobel patched him up somewhat too well. And then in a separate incident, a young man very much upset a McDonald's drive-through employee and crashed his car into a police officer. And our other companion, whose name is escaping me at the moment. Can somebody help me with that? I can't remember the character's name.
Naomi.
Naomi, thank you. And Naomi got a very humorous phone call about the fallout.
Yeah. Was trash talking through the phone.
All right. So, there is one minor announcement on a sort of minor retcon in the game. A ding dong, the stripper is gone.
I love that he's still in the chat as Lewis Johnson male stripper.
I'm changing that right now. So, Sky, what do the kids call? What do you have the kids call you? Do they call you Mr. Lewis? They call you Mr. John? Do you make them call you Mr. Johnson?
Oh, my bad. No, because Mr. Johnson sounds like a weird, creepy name, even though it's a last name. No, just Mr. Lewis, I guess.
Mr. Lewis. All right.
I feel like additional context needs to be given before you're like, he's not a stripper, but then there's these kids.
So, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Lewis Johnson is he's in bed. When you wake up from a terrible nightmare, a nightmare where you were a male stripper who is getting uppity at someone in McDonald's, and that you crashed your car into a cop. It takes you a second for you to realize, no, that was just some really weird dream, and you're definitely not eating whatever takeout or anything that you ate before that happened.
Just Taco Bell for 500.
Yeah, no more Taco Bell.
No, it was McDonald's.
Bad Taco Bell.
Because of the stupid frappe thing.
It was McDonald's.
Oh, no. McDonald's was what he dreamt of.
No, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, it's whatever he actually ate that made him dream that he was at a McDonald's drive-thru.
Oh, I see.
Hitting on someone young enough to be one of your students. That's a
scary nightmare.
That's a scary nightmare. You're not about that life.
For sure, nobody's about that life.
Anyway, I mean, I'm certain that the kids in your class are about that life. I mean, but
Don't tell me I'm teaching out of high school.
No, you're teaching at a community center where anyone can come. So high school is fun, Anyway, this is Mr. Lewis. Some of you in the area may have some connection to Mr. Lewis. Are you changing your face claim at all, or are you going to keep the same face claim?
Same fake clan.
Same face claim. That's perfectly fine. All right. He is. He's been in the community for a few years, and he teaches sort of hip hop dance and poetry and songwriting and stuff out of the community center. He's one of the people who's kind of viewed as a sort of community pillar. He's well respected in the area for this. People kind of know him. In fact, many kids know him by the name Mr. Lewis, as the person who sort of teaching them or helping them, either express themselves via music and poetry, usually in the form of writing rap songs or even just regular poems. Are you okay with just doing regular poems, or,
Oh, it doesn't really matter to me.
Right. Yeah. Additionally, he does a bit of a hip hop dance class. Well, he sort of teaches people. He sort of gets kids together and teaches them how to do certain moves and things like that, and choreographs little numbers for them to put on. Do you guys do stage performances, or is it just a for fun class kind of?
Oh, that's a good one. No, yeah, we could do stage performance also.
Okay, all right. I'm sure. So at least some of the classes, maybe not all of them, do get together and sort of choreograph a little performance that they sort of probably put on for the community, probably to raise money for the community center and stuff like that. People buy tickets to the show, and it's I would assume something likely that you have some sort of kind of simple dance that the kids all do by themselves, and then it sort of cycles around and gives every kid a chance to maybe choreograph something of their own and have their own little time in the song to be front and stage doing what they're doing before someone else comes in, kind of a thing for getting people excited about dancing and being physically active and not sitting at home and just playing video games or watching TV all day.
Oh yeah, try to get them active, do something with their life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so judged.
Oh god.
I mean, it's not like you're some party girl going out, getting drunk, having one night stands, forgetting about them until you're literally staring the other person in the face.
Oh my god.
Well, at least I remembered.
Yeah, for real.
Yes. Yeah, we're
Poor little Daryl.
still waiting on that roll for Daryl.
Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl's fine.
Yeah, Daryl's fine.
Yeah.
He's been with lots of women. That's why he can't remember it. I mean, you're probably at least the second person this fortnight.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't completely inebriated or anything.
Yeah, that might also have been the reason.
Darren, by the
Yeah.
way. Just to
Darren,
get-
yes.
No,
That's
well,
not-
she called
not-
you Daryl on purpose. I had her call you that on purpose because she was not remembering you very well.
Me.
All right. So, with all of that, I believe we left off with a group talking in the class in that little chamber area with Haley and Darren and Isobel. So pull us on over to this thing, and we're going to start it going. So it is currently early morning of March 25th in New Orleans.
All right.
So,
Have we left that room that we?
no, you guys are still in that room. Still where we just sort of cut at the last scene.
The last thing that typically happened was Sydney realized who Haley was, and she was kind of looking at her, and since Haley was pissed, she said, "Can I help you?" And then we stopped.
Yes. So, Sydney,
Mm-hmm.
this is where you finally do remember Haley. I'm guessing you've probably actually worked with Haley before. Maybe not directly with Haley before, but it's highly likely that if you've done things in the sort of, survivor area, that Haley has come up or been tangentially related to several projects that you've worked on. It could be that Haley's directly worked on projects that you've worked on. You two just have never officially crossed paths, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's suddenly you were not expecting to deal with this person here, but all of a sudden now it clicks and you recognize her. You've dealt with her before. This is Haley Marshall's. Or Marshall, I believe.
So to answer Haley's question of can I help you, Sydney is going to offer her a friendly smile. Actually, yes. Yes, you can. And she's going to, while she's saying that, she's making a quick note in her tablet about something for this project.
Okay, what do you need help with?
So, as I had said before, my company owns this building, and we're wanting to make it useful for the community again. So I have been assigned to do so with that, and I would be very grateful for your assistance in that matter.
Haley kind of stands there for a minute pondering the question because she still feels insulted. And she goes, fine, I'll help you.
So, what are you turning the place into?
Okay, Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong on this, because we talked about a couple things. Right now we're looking at making it a larger community center.
Right now, it's up in the air what you do with it.
Okay.
The job is to get it repaired so that it is a viable building to be, say, donated back to the city as a sign of goodwill and charity and all that other nonsense.
Okay.
It's highly been established that the company that you're with doesn't care what happens with this building, so long as they can put their name on it, and so long as instead of it being a burnt out wreck, it's something that looks nice and will, get them clout. And if it's an orphanage, it's an orphanage, and we'll be happy to have, Bellwether Group Family Orphanage or whatever, or Bellwether Group Drug Rehabilitation Center. It's whatever. We just need something we can slap a name on and have it go.
Okay. So let me back that up then. So right now there are a couple of things we're looking at, possibilities for it, all of which will be beneficial for our community. But first we need to get it. And she's going to look around the wreckage. Less than it is now. A little cleaner. The walls aren't falling down.
Yeah, it would probably be good if people didn't get injured every time they stroll through the door. She's going to kind of blot her bloody hands on a rag.
Sydney's going to nod at that. Definitely. I came here today to see what kind of work we would need to do with the place. next on my list is also volunteers.
Well, you at least have me.
So, can I leave? Or are you guys gonna...
Oh, yes. Sorry, I've kind of forgot. Just turns right back to you. Yeah, I mean, you should be fine to walk home if that's what you want to do. Do you want someone to go with you, or can we call somebody for you?
I'd rather you didn't call anybody. I want to try to find that stuff that was I placed like under some rubble and then I lost sight of it.
Are you telling that to everyone that
No,
you're looking for stuff?
I'm talking to the DM.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure. I wanted to be clear what was going on. So you're trying to search. Okay. I want what was the secrecy roll? Because you rolled secrecy, didn't you? Or no, you moved it under something else. You didn't actually roll anything for it, did you, Isobel?
No, I shoved over a bunch of rubble on top of it so that it would be obscured because he did such a shitty job at hiding it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now I need you to roll me secrecy, Isobel, and I need you, Darren, to roll notice. These are opposed rolls, which means you're not just looking to achieve a success. You're looking to beat the other person.
Okay.
What you do?
Let me see if I can do this.
Yeah, I don't have anything special for that.
I mean, I do, but it's lower. I probably should just take the... It doesn't matter, I guess. I should have rolled. Antisocial is what I should have rolled. I dropped something. I'm just going to try to find it. Yeah. I rolled a 40.
All right, you rolled a 40. That is a success. Haley and Sydney, I'd like you to make me a notice roll at -20. All right.
Oh, fuck.
Actually,
All right.
-10.
Is that a notice roll?
Yeah, notice -10.
Okay, give me a second.
That would be a fail on my end.
All right.
Wow.
It's fair. All right. So both of you fail. So you don't find it. But all right. So you are able to find the drugs that are you hid, or if they're not in the spot that you hid them,
Yeah,
they're in some other spot.
Yeah. I give a kind of a sly look towards Isobel. Are they in a container small enough that I can hide it on my person? Like in a pocket?
Yeah. Well, all right, so So have you ever seen a package of Listerine breath strips?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
All right. It is literally in a package of Listerine breath strips.
Okay. Are there actual breath strips in there too, or
No, it's just these like soaked papers.
how many?
All right.
How many are left in there? Can I take a look?
There's like, all right, so there's the one that you pulled out and ripped a little bit off of, and there's like 3 or 4 more.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look at Isobel again, and I'm gonna take the rest of the one that I bit the corner off of.
You're opening it up and just,
Yeah.
popping it in right here.
Yeah.
She's
All right.
going to
Yes.
furrow her brow at you.
You all right, so everyone
There's something going on with this stuff. It's way too cheap, and it's way like substances don't do what this did, and I think I'm really curious about what's going on here.
So you open up the package, take one out, and you guys all see this as he sort of takes out a piece of paper and just puts it in his mouth. And then starts kind of just, sucks on it. And as you do that, you start seeing things.
With it being a breath strip size, would we really be able to tell that it was paper and not a breath strip?
Yeah, because it's white. It's not a clear,
Okay.
breath strip thing. It's obviously some kind of like paper thing.
Something.
So it hit me immediately again.
Oh yeah, no. Like just like you take it, and all of a sudden things just start going really, really weird. Like the room is
It's all right. I'm in a safe place.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
It was. I thought this was the
You-
only safe place.
You see claw marks on the wall, like just sort of forming and then re-knitting. There seems to be blood oozing and dripping from the walls. You look at Haley, and she's got a mark branded into her forehead and all over her body. It's this weird thing, and then there's a yellow ribbon tied around her neck like a noose. Almost.
I'm gonna try to get a closer look at this stuff if it's
'Kay.
distinctive.
I need you to make me an unnatural 7 check for this.
Unnatural 7? What does that mean?
Yeah. That means that it's 7 stress levels.
Oh,
And yeah. The oppressive atmosphere of here is just weighing on you.
okay. This was a
so-
mistake. I'm gonna shoot Isabella a worried look.
You're not shooting anyone in a worried
Okay,
look.
all
until you
right.
make me this
I
check,
love
man.
how you made me into a fucking present.
Okay, so I just gotta make an unnatural check. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I have anything that substitutes. I got something that resists shocks to unnatural.
If it's resist shocks to unnatural, that works also.
All right.
All right. So when I say defend against you, so you're taking a unnatural 7. That means if you have 7 hardened dots, you just go, I'm good with that.
No, I don't. Like my
All right.
my unnaturals, I've only got 2. It's my lowest.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like you shouldn't have done this.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why I did it, to be honest.
It's fair. No, it's almost like this was low. This was low because maybe the person didn't know what they had. Maybe the person knew what they had and knew you wouldn't know what it had and wanted to watch
Oh
you
my
squirm.
I rolled a 14. The target
All
was
right.
26.
Yeah, no, that's great. So that's a success. Unless you want to do something to flip it or re-roll it using a passion, which could possibly make it a failure. But because of that, that means you gain a hardened notch in unnatural, and just looking at Haley right now, you're able to hold on to yourself and steady her. So long as you focus on her and not like the house around you, which you can kind of still look at that a little bit, but you feel like looking at that more. You feel like the house is it's really, not good. Like,
Yeah, I think he's probably got his like arms kind of around himself, and he's probably shuddering a bit just looking around at the room. And I'm gonna try to stand closer to Haley and try to focus my attention on her. I guess she's got these
Right.
weird runes and stuff. You said.
not runes. So yeah. So weird rune. I'll show you the symbol in a second.
Okay.
All right.
Shit.
No, I had to pull it out.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
You didn't miss too much. Darren just decided to take the rest of his drugs.
Not the rest.
Oh, sorry, another dose.
Yeah. Well, actually, I suppose it is the rest of the one dose he tried earlier. So he's still got like 4 or 5 more of these things.
I just got a feeling you guys won't let anything happen to me. So.
I trust you.
Damn it.
And also, yeah, I mean, they're super interesting. I'm trying to figure out what these things do.
As he starts to move towards Haley, Isobel would probably stand in front of her with her arm out.
All right. So as you start getting closer to Haley, what are you doing? As he's kind of look like he's focused in on you after he like ate the paper.
What is that?
Here's my question. Does he feel like he needs help?
So Haley, what are you doing? Don't ask me how he feels. You do not have an ability that lets me know how he feels.
I don't know. I guess she's kind of looking at him with her head tilted like to the side, like, why is he looking at me like that?
Okay. All right. Isobel, you're trying to get in the middle of it. Sydney, what are you doing?
So when Darren gets up and actually starts walking towards Haley, because Sydney, I'm assuming, has been kind of trying to make small talk with Haley at this point, as she's typing away like furiously notes about this whole thing. When Darren gets up, walks towards her, Sydney's going to kind of stop taking her notes and look at him. No, the look on I'm assuming, since you're staring at her, it looks like, looks like you're seeing something that may or may not be there.
Yeah, no, he's looking intently at her, like, the look of people who are obviously seeing something that isn't there.
Okay.
Like, anyway, so yeah, you're getting up there. Haley's currently staying there, and what were you saying you were doing, Sydney, again?
So once I noticed that Darren was moving towards Haley and staring at her like that, Sydney is going to look between Darren and Haley to see, if there's something that she can discern, what he's seeing or what happened. Because at this point with what she's doing, her focus is kind of trying to figure out the next steps, because she did give herself a deadline. He's not bleeding and dying. She doesn't have to call an ambulance. Everybody's alive. She just got help from somebody, or just got agreement for help for somebody. So her focus is sort of on the next phase. But at the staring, she's going to kind of look between the two and ask him, is everything okay?
All right. So you can vaguely hear this as you are seeing Haley with this mark carved into her forehead, and it's you can sort of see it over her entire body, and she's got this it's a teal ribbon around her neck, with it's sort of crossed over into like a bow, and like daisies are like coming out of it, like growing out of the ribbon around her neck. And as you sort of see this, another figure walks in between you, and she looks a lot like the other person, only she's in a nurse's outfit, like the sexiest nurse's outfit you've probably ever seen. If you're at all attracted to her. Actually, no, it's definitely a sexy nurse's outfit because this knows more about you than you know about you.
I'm trying to focus on Haley because it's the only thing keeping the bad vibes away, right?
Well, looking at Isobel, I need you to make me an unnatural 4 check.
Ugh. Hard and
Isobel
3.
has gotten in your way.
Hard and
Hard and
3
3.
doesn't help me, right?
No, it doesn't.
All right. All right. I'll do the same ability again. I suppose maybe I'll fail this time and I can increase it or whatever.
Possibly.
All right. I think I clicked it. I don't I don't know if it's rolling. I need to do it again? Or...
Nah, just we're gonna give it a moment. Sometimes it takes a little while.
There it is.
There's 17. That's
Oh.
another success. That's another hardened.
Oh, okay. So now I am 4. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too many hardens though, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah. Too many hardens can be a problem, but it also means that if I ever say, "Hey, I need you to make me an unnatural 4 check," you can now go, "No problem. I don't need to make that check." You know.
Right on. Cool.
I've seen shit. I've done the drugs that have made me see the shit. But no. So, you're now looking at Isobel, and she's like got this golden radiance about her, in this sort of sexy nurse's outfit which has the sort of twined serpents around it in the sort of winged caduceus staff over her, her chest, and her hands have, like needles on the end of them, like syringes.
Oh, that's not creepy.
Okay.
But
she wasn't wearing the nurse's outfit a minute ago, right?
No. She wasn't.
Just making sure.
And Haley wasn't wrapped in teal ribbons also.
Right.
And you've shown how notice it's not just on her neck, it's actually not even notice, it's sort of her whole body is wrapped in this ribbon, like it's her clothes.
What are you people?
You okay, bro? What did you just take?
I don't know. I bought it off some guy at a gas station for $30. What are you?
You don't know what it is, and you just took it?
It's something.
You can hear her whispering.
Where? Just from somewhere in the room?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Sydney mumbling. She's pissed.
All around you.
Is it unnerving?
Whispering.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's almost like it's something is trying to speak to you. Almost like there's pain and anger in this place, and energy and power, and
what did you all do here? There's something about this place and you.
A really puzzled expression is going to go across Isabel's face, and she's going to say, I have never been in this building before in my life.
I haven't been in the building, but I've been right outside the gate.
I'm gonna try to. Can I? I don't know. Can I try to listen closer to the whispers to see what they're trying to tell me?
Roll me notice.
Okay.
This would be an unnatural 4, but you're hardened to that by now.
Can I roll antisocial substitutes for notice?
Yes, you can roll antisocial substitutes for notice.
Okay, fail that one.
Can't quite make out what it's saying.
This stuff isn't like anything else I've ever taken. I don't know. I feel like I can see things I shouldn't be able to see. Any of you know
Maybe we need to get you out of here.
So about that ambulance, though.
I don't need an ambulance. I need to figure out what's going on here.
Can I try to see if he's like physically okay with whatever's happening to him?
I mean, sure. If you'd like to roll notice, or something like that, to get a, check his vitals, things like that, or medical, if that also works, to sort of, yeah.
Sydney, while you're doing that, Sydney's gonna look at Darren. And what was your name again?
Daryl.
Daryl. Good. I think since you said you need to figure out what's going on, the best thing to do then would just to go ahead and volunteer, and then we can make sure that you're helping out to figure out everything while we clean this place up, okay?
High as shit.
Oh, I know.
No, I'm talking to Sarah.
But does he appear to be in distress? Non-emotional distress. Rapid breathing, heart problems, that kind of thing.
Probably not. I mean, his pulse is probably a little rapid. He's probably a little sweaty. It's various things you've seen in people under the effects of LSD. Like, it's almost like he took some massive concentrated hit of LSD, or LSD mixed with whatever the hell else, and is tripping balls now, and is seeing things that aren't there.
Yeah, I mean, he's convinced he's I don't know. He's like seeing through reality or something.
Has Isabel ever done LSD?
No.
All right. Has she ever been around people who did LSD?
Probably, yeah.
All right. So yeah, it's looking like that, but like way harder. Like, you've probably heard a story about a guy who once had a entire sheet of LSD like in the car with him, and got pulled over by the cops.
Oh no!
So to hide it, he took the sheet and shoved it down his pants. And as it was there, it all absorbed into his skin.
Oh, Jesus.
And that guy, there's an urban legend story that guy was then taken to the a mental hospital, where he thought he was a glass of orange juice. All right.
What's fun is that I've heard this urban legend outside of the game too.
Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah, it's an urban legend that your character has probably heard, and let's just say Darren looks like he thinks he's a glass of orange juice.
Daryl, as far as you're concerned.
Darren.
Do you maybe want to sit down? Cause you're not looking so good.
Do I feel like I need to sit down? Do I feel okay?
Do you? You're seeing there's a girl wrapped in a ribbon and sexy nurse, and you haven't looked at the third girl.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the third girl.
All right, you look at the third girl. This would be unnatural 4. You're hardened to that. You don't need to make the check.
Okay.
So you see her, and she is wearing a gas mask.
The hell?
Didn't expect that.
She's in all black,
Okay.
and her shirt has several symbols on it. One is 2 arrows, sort of going around each other. One sort of touching each other's ends. One is a sort of raised fist in red, and a sort of star around it. The other is I'll just put the symbol up there as the final symbol you see. 1 second, let me pull it up there. I'll pull this out here.
Weirdest sorority ever.
Did you say that out loud?
Maybe. Yeah, probably. What does that symbol mean? What is that? Fire?
The one on the end?
I'm saying this part out loud too. I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
yeah, the one on the end. Like what is that? Like a blade? Or maybe a fire brazier sitting on the ground?
Sydney's looking between him and wherever he's staring on her.
I look
He's
back.
staring at your chest.
I look back towards. I
Right at your boobs. Like, right at your boobs?
Well, let's put it this way. How much pop culture or like nerd knowledge do you think Darren would have?
Probably a good bit, a decent amount.
Right, then I'd like you to roll me knowledge plus 20.
Knowledge. I have an ability for that.
Yeah, sure.
Plus 20, you said?
Plus 20. Because you said you're probably very well versed in this. So I'm giving you a benefit on it.
Do I just put in I don't put in the plus, right?
Yes, you don't put in plus, just put 20.
Ooh.
10 still is a success either way. All right. That is the rebel symbol from Star Wars. The Rebel
Okay.
Alliance.
Okay. Do I recognize it?
Yeah, no, that is definitely the Star Wars Rebel insignia.
I facepalm. Yeah, you're probably not like a rebel from Star Wars, are you?
Sydney's gonna look at him a little confused. She understands the reference, but she's not really sure where he's going with it. No.
I look back towards this symbol. Does it stand out from the others, or?
It's about the same as all these other symbols that are on these various people.
I want to try to pick my brain to see where I might have seen this before. Is there any way?
All
I
right, minus 10 knowledge.
Okay, knowledge minus 10. All right.
As you're sitting there thinking, Sydney's going to ask, is there something that you'd like to share with the rest of us? Maybe we can help.
No, I thought it was important, but I think I'm just tripping.
You have no clue what that is.
Sorry, I'm in.
Who's he staring at?
You.
Mm,
the oddest thing about that symbol is it's the ribbons that make up her clothes are constantly shifting, and so the symbol is kind of distorting and moving a little bit, but like it mostly whenever you look away, it's sort of correcting back, like almost like it's shifting on the ribbon when she shifts and the ribbons move.
What symbols did Isobel had on? She had the nurse's outfit, right? But
Yeah.
she had this one on. Is that on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You are fairly familiar with that symbol. You've probably seen it at hospitals.
Yeah,
in
right.
several
I
areas.
recognize that one.
Yeah.
I looked down at my leg where she healed me. I'm gonna inspect it. Is it still healed?
Oh, it's got that symbol burned into it.
What the? Does anybody
red
see?
Mark of that on your skin.
Does anybody else see this?
Your bandages? I just did them. Is it still hurting you?
The symbol. There's a symbol there.
What symbol?
Do any of them see it? I'm guessing they don't see it.
You are the only one who sees this.
Never mind. There's no wound. I'm asking. There's no wound still here, right?
Are you asking them or asking me? Because the wounds.
I'm asking.
The wound is gone, but
I'm asking
it still
them.
Hurts.
It still hurts, but the wound is gone. Okay. I'm asking them if they see a wound still there.
I mean, we see a bandage.
I'm gonna take off the bandage.
Isobel looks royally pissed.
Pulling off the bandage. So this guy is obviously high, and now he's pulling off the bandage.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. It's gonna get infected.
There's
no, you really shouldn't do that.
I'm not crazy.
Stop.
There's no wound. There's no wound, right? Look at it. There's no wound.
What's your point?
I'm not crazy.
Roll me notice.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh. I should have gone with the regular roll.
I mean, I doubt you have over 70 on notice there, but
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
yeah. That's fair. So yeah, no, you are there and you are fighting with the things. Nothing's happening other than that. Pay no attention to anything else.
Wait, what? Fighting with the things.
Yeah, you're struggling with them, and you don't see anything else. Only them.
What things are you talking about?
You mean the bandages, or?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fighting with them, as in the girls, over the bandages, and you don't notice anything else.
Oh, okay. All right.
Isobel isn't gonna actually try to stop him from taking them off. She's gonna go very still and very pale.
Haley, what are you doing?
Oh God. She's going to go over to Isobel and comfort her.
All right. Sydney, what are you doing?
Looking at this in horror as she tries to stop him and without actually touching his wound. She's going to start muttering something about lawsuits and mumbling frustrations as she watches him to see if she needs to call the cops from all of this.
I stop what I'm doing. I mean, I did say I wouldn't tell anybody. Say anything.
All right. Okay, so you stop. All right, I'd like you to make me one more notice roll.
Okay. Oh no, the energy took a weird turn. I don't failed that one too.
All right,
I'm
yeah,
doing
no,
something
that's-
wrong.
It's perfectly fine. So,
So everyone just really quiet.
yeah, everyone's really quiet. I'm reading something right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
I don't know what's happening. It's making me really nervous.
Good luck, homie.
You should be nervous.
It's a horror game, after all.
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like this might actually affect Isobel or something.
Well, maybe.
Or me. Maybe there really is like a terrible wound there, and I like rip open the stitches and bleed out. Like I can't tell what is me tripping and what is not. I mean, obviously the Star Wars symbol is.
All right. That's when you feel something sink into you from behind.
What? Oh no!
You did notice something coming up from the basement.
How bad is it?
So-
Do I like see it come out in the front side of me or anything?
Oh
Like,
no! You know, it doesn't come out the front of you. In fact, you feel it enter your mind. Go, hello there. Seems like a fun place. Mind if I take control? I need you to roll me secrecy
Oh,
as you collapse to the floor.
Oh god.
let me take a look here.
Ooh.
Let's see. I can roll the skill for 35, or I can roll antisocial for 22. I've already failed antisocial, I think. So I will roll the skill.
All right.
Secrecy, right?
Yep.
Wait. I think it should be target is 35. Am I reading my sheet right?
Well,
Up. I lost you.
major, which secrecy would be on unnatural, which may have.
We just added 2 hardened marks.
Oh, did you record those in your sheet?
I put them in.
On the thing.
Oh, on roll 20, I haven't yet. I put it in the
Okay.
sheet on the Excel file.
All right. Well, that's fine. So that with the target there is incorrect. That would be a normal success, which would have been great if the thing inside you hadn't just rolled a 33, which is a matched success. As you feel it taking control of yourself, as you start flailing around on the ground, hurting yourself. Yeah, he starts flopping around on the ground as he starts doing it. He's having some bad reaction to the drugs right now.
Jesus.
Isabel's gonna go see if she can do anything to help.
It's not the drugs. I can't talk or anything.
You cannot talk.
Yeah.
You have lost the ability to speak for now. All right, so here is what we call the conflict grid. So we have attacker.
Well, it's nice knowing you guys.
And
It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine.
Don't worry,
Defender.
you'll be back. You are in the asylum after all.
it succeeded, but you did get a success. It would have moved it probably 2 towards an instant win if you had failed. But you've got a success, so you move it 1 back. So it's now just in its end zone there, or it's in its advantage. So it's got an advantage over you in this thing. So I'd like you to make me another secrecy roll. FYI, as you see him start thrashing around on the ground and sort of knocking into things, what are you doing?
Izzy's going to him and is going to try to get him away from things that he's gonna, hurt himself on, and typical sort of seizure things. Make sure he's lying down, something in between his teeth, kind of stuff, because she assumes that he's ODing.
All right, sure. Haley, what are you doing?
Oh God. What exactly is Izzy doing again? Can you repeat that?
Sure. Hold on, a mouthful. She's gonna move him away from debris on the floor that he could be injuring himself on. Make sure he's lying somewhere more flat, and she's gonna try to put something in between his teeth so he doesn't crack them, like people do sometimes when they're having a seizure.
All right.
Haley is going to go over and kind of this is a really bad idea, but she doesn't know any better. She's going to place his head in her lap so he's not smacking it on the concrete.
All right, sure. Sydney, what are you doing?
Sydney has moved her tablet someplace safely out of the way, but within eyesight, and is going to take her sweater she has wrapped around her waist off, and offer it if they need something.
Sure.
And also be near the medical kit that came in case they say they need anything out of it.
Yeah, you are all trying to stabilize Darren as he's flopping around. Darren, inside your mind, you and this thing that has invaded you, which you get the sense it's like those dark things that you were seeing before.
Yeah.
Only it's and that you were dodging and that you ran in here. Apparently one of them was in here. You couldn't see it. It's odd because you don't see any more of them around.
That's why I hadn't gone back outside yet. I was afraid I was going to see those things again. All
yeah.
right.
It's Vanessa, you're flashing around, but it doesn't. It seems like in your struggles, it's also fighting to push you aside. It's almost like you weren't. You opened yourself up to this a little bit, but you're still too present for it to just pop on in. So it's having to fight you.
Yeah.
In order to in.
I'm gonna keep trying to fight, but I think IRL. I think I know what this is, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty futile. But
I mean, I'm not saying that someone else might have beaten one of these things stone cold in their first encounter, but
that was a very other life, Brandon. And it wasn't supposed to go that way.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But the thing is, it didn't get a success either here.
Okay.
So you get to roll again.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that's it's supposed to be a 35, by the way.
Well,
but
it's fine. Even with that,
yeah.
That is a match success. It got a failure. So as you can see, it's you're still too there. So you sort of push yourself back, and you're like, no, you're struggling against it, and you're sort of regaining control.
I still can't speak or anything, right?
Oh, you can speak to it,
Oh,
but
okay.
is there anything you want to say to it?
I mean, I'm afraid it'll just use it as ammo against me if I try to speak to it.
You can hear it go, come on, man. Just give up. Just let me in. I can show you so much.
Yeah.
Just let me in.
Oh, that's so chilling. I imagine I'm like grabbing my head and like squinting my eyes really hard and just hearing the voice.
You are flopping around the floor
Oh,
like you're
okay,
having a
alright.
seizure.
All right.
You gonna roll again?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to fight this thing. I'm not letting it in.
All right.
Okay. Oh, it's a fail.
It's failed. It got a success in its creepy laugh there. It unnerves you and it slips a little further in than you had pushed it back. It's like, we can work together. You don't have to fight. This can be good for you. Who do you hate? We can go for them first. Let me know. Or maybe we go for the people you love.
No, I don't like bullies. Can I use like he sounds like a bully. Can I use my rage stimulus or anything?
Sure.
Oh no, I don't know
Would you
how.
want to use? You could use it to re-roll that. You could use it to flip that to a 34.
I'll flip it to a 34 and succeed by 1.
Succeed by 1. All right. So in that, you as you do that, you flip it to a 34, beating his 32.
Oh shit.
Meaning that you successfully, as you do that, you sort of feel that he's there. It's almost like he's gonna claw and he's gonna get more in, and then you just feel that he's a bully, and you go, no, and you can hear yourself screaming no as you fling this thing out of you, and you see it as you shout no. You sort of open your eyes. It's the first thing you actually do is your eyes flutter open and you can see. And you see the thing, just this black shape just shoot out and just like almost like a cannonball being shot directly out of you, flying through the ceiling as if the ceiling wasn't even there.
All right. Yes.
And you've won.
Yes. I'm just gonna try to take a breather for a second. I don't. Do they see anything, or they just see me like stabilize from my seizure?
I would just see you seizing and screaming. No.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I know, your body feels terrible.
I bet.
Like,
yeah.
And the thing is, as you're looking up, you can still see all of the world is just, you still see everyone, they're glowing and everything, and you missed this thing. You even though you could see the world, you didn't see this thing coming up on you.
Well, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open a little bit better next time, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah, no, that's true. You just spew vomit out onto the floor. Oh, as a paper comes in the vomit is a wet square of paper with a little corner torn off.
Okay.
Oh, I feel better.
No, you don't. I mean, you can speak, but I need you to roll me lie. That's a lie. You feel like shit. You feel worse.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got a substitute for lie.
I rolled against this.
If you
Oh,
want
it's a big
to.
fail.
No, it's quite obvious. It's like, I feel better. Not really, but it's not very believable. Although you might not instantly pick up on it with your 70.
All right. Well, if you won't go to the hospital, then you're just going to have to come back to my place where I can watch you, because this is ridiculous. You're just going to hurt yourself again.
Haley's fucking skeptical as fuck right now.
Hey, Darren, what did you do with the container of drugs after you took the hit?
I was gonna try to hide it on me, but I mean, if I can put it in my pocket or something, I don't know if I would have had enough time to react. Did I drop it?
I mean, do you think you would have dropped it, or do you think you had enough forethought after you took it to slip it back into your pocket?
It sounds like it hit me pretty instantly. I mean, if I could have, I would have. I want to keep this stuff. I still
Sure,
got to figure out what's
in your
going on.
pocket. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah. I gotta figure out what's going on with this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Why are you wearing cowboy boots?
Who?
You just realized when you look down at your leg again after throwing up, you're wearing cowboy boots.
Why? I don't even think I own cowboy boots. How did I get? Am I still tripping?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm still tripping. It's all right.
Come on, let's get him up. He should rest.
Who works here? Which?
Nobody. This place has been abandoned forever.
Yeah, this is a dilapidated building.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's abandoned.
It's got graffiti on the walls.
Clearly, there's something here.
I think it's
What
just
do
the
you
drugs, dude.
Why are you all here? If it's abandoned, what are you all doing here?
I would like to ask you all the same question for the third time.
Isobel bites her lip and doesn't quite manage to not look at Haley.
I'll tell you why I'm here.
Why are you here, Daryl? I guess it was. You said.
I can't help but smile a little bit. Yeah, Daryl. That's the name.
Can I tell if he's lying about his name?
Yes, he needs to roll lie, and you need to roll notice. It's an opposed roll.
Thank you. I am going to.
Oh,
rolled a big old one.
You're fairly sure that you're a good judge of. Oh, that's you. That's the one. I mean, she could get a 1. Let's see about it.
I didn't.
Oh, you did. You got a 26. So you're a pretty good judge of character. He doesn't seem to be lying. His name is Daryl.
Just completely blank, emotionless slate.
Yeah.
So any last name to that, Daryl, or are we like Prance?
Yeah, like that Prince guy. Hey, listen.
Daryl.
I just want to know what you all are doing here. Me? I bought some stuff off a guy at a gas station. I tested said stuff, right? Shouldn't affect you that much when you just test it. Saw some demonic monsters, some shadow monsters. They didn't chase me here, but this seemed like the only place that didn't have them around. And there must have been one here I didn't see. I think it was in the basement. I know it sounds crazy, but I look at Isobel. Some of you know that what I'm saying might not be that crazy, right?
No, it's totally just the drugs. Okay, come on, let's get you moving. Come on, let's go.
If you happen to look at Sydney, she doesn't look like you're crazy.
Yeah, the lady said no, that it's not. It's just the drugs. Can I get a read on her at all?
Yeah, sure. Lie versus notice.
Yeah, I'll roll notice.
I'm not attempting to make this lie convincing because it's better for the story. But I guess I better try to lie anyway.
I mean, if you'd like.
Shit.
Oofa! That is the next to the worst roll you could get. That is a 99 matched failure.
Yeah, Chaos Plateau is real.
Uh,
You want a 1 or a 99? I got you covered.
Sarah, roll. Or you can just declare, I have a fail that doesn't count on anything.
I'm just gonna fail it. It's
fine. Say it. Anyone who cares to roll and tries to do it can beat it. If you can beat a regular failure, it's fine. But yeah, no, you Ramblin' do not it's you can't tell whether she's telling the truth or lying. That she might think this is the drugs and just the drugs, and you can't tell. You are.
Okay, she thinks I'm crazy, but you believe me. I can tell. I can tell I'm not crazy. Drugs. I've taken my fair share of drugs, and they don't do this.
Great. So let's maybe address this when you're not on said drugs, and we'll go from there. Okay? Because I don't know what the rest of you have going on today, but I'm actually working, and I really need to finish, or this will never get done, and we'll never be able to figure out what's going on in this place, or be able to clean it up for the community.
What do you mean we'll never be able to figure out what's going on in this place?
She's going to offer him kind of a smile. You said you wanted to figure out what was going on. You can't do that if I can't get this project started.
Project?
Sydney's going to pick her tablet back up, and as she does, she's going to take a breath, a cleansing breath, because the morning has flustered her, and she has yet to have her coffee. And then turn back with her very professional smile. Yes, the company I work for owns this property. Clearly, it has not seen use in a while, so we are trying to get it cleaned up so that it can have use and hopefully do some good for our community. And I would love more assistance. So if this is something that interests you, I can definitely get you signed up so that you can help to get the things cleaned up and maybe have a little bit of insight in the process.
Yeah, maybe I could do something like that.
Perfect. Sydney is going to offer a hand up to help Darren up so that we can everybody get out of the building. She's clearly trying to usher everybody out.
It's been about like 30 minutes or so since since it kicked in, and you can feel it starting to fade. Like it's still there. It's not as strong as it was.
Okay.
It's almost maybe it should have lasted a little longer. You're not sure. Maybe the fact that you took a little bit earlier on, and that might have lowered its potency. But
The fact that you threw it up.
yeah, the fact that you've also thrown it up.
I don't see any more shadow monsters, do I?
On as in the building as you're looking around.
Well, like
No,
on the
not
way
that you
out
noticed.
or anything.
On the way out, yes. You can see they're fainter now, almost like hazes, like hazy figures, sort of, like you would see off asphalt on a hot day, the sort of heat shadows, but a little darker than that, as they're sort of just like moving around, several of them, but they aren't anywhere on this property. They're past the property on the road.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stall. Like, I don't want to leave the property until I don't see them anymore.
That's fair. So what do you see? So you're trying to stay in the building, or just not leave the fenced area?
Just not leave the fenced area. I'll go outside
Okay.
with them or whatever.
Right. So yeah, you guys walk on outside. It seems like he's trying to hang back a little bit, not really wanting to walk outside the fence.
Izzy's going to heave a sigh and say, "Look, this is a lot of crap to have gone on before like 8:30 in the morning. Why don't we go somewhere and talk about this? I really think I should watch Daryl anyway, and we can talk about this project as well, I guess."
It's fine. Just give me a few minutes, will ya?
Why?
How much time has gone by since Sydney got to the asylum?
I'm gonna say it's probably around nearing an hour.
Okay.
30 minutes of him tripping and then seizing, and then now having conversations with you and recovering and vomiting, and 20 minutes of
Okay.
walking in, seeing him, talking, bandaging the wound.
Okay. While they're talking, Sydney's gonna pull out of her bag, because she would have had her stuff with her, a business card that has her name, her phone number. She's gonna flip it over, quickly rummage through her bag, put on the back of it, write down her cell phone number, and hand it to Haley. I would be happy to continue this conversation where we left off. If you guys would like to continue talking about the project and to know more details on it, but I really have to get back to my boss with the information I have. The information I've collected about the state of the building. She's going to clarify. If I don't, there might not be a project. But once you guys find a place or decide on a place, can you just call me or text me, and I'll be happy to meet you.
Sure.
Okay.
Will do.
She's gonna offer another smile. Thank you. Please don't go back in the building. I really don't want to have to hear about cops being called or anything. And she's gonna kind of wait a moment and then head back to her car and head out back to the office, formulating what she's gonna say to her boss when she gets back there, because it's gonna be close to that hour.
Izzy's going to kind of gesture to Haley and try to like take her aside to talk to her for a sec.
She'll go over to the side.
You know, I know it sounds crazy, but I really think that we need to hang out with this guy until he's, like, come down from this. Because, like, what if he did see something? What if he saw the thing?
We can talk to him once he's sober, but I don't want any drugs in the house.
Isobel makes some mental notes of things to move and then says, okay, I'll talk to him. I'll get him to leave it somewhere else.
He goes, shit, I need to get rid of all of my drugs in the house.
She doesn't have anything heavy, but she's got some things.
Haley doesn't know, so it's fine.
Okay. I'll talk to him and make sure he doesn't bring anything.
All right.
Thank you.
It is now probably at least 7 or 8 in the morning, probably getting even on after that.
It's pretty late.
Yeah. Oh, no. I meant in the morning. It's not even noon yet.
No, I'm saying like I was up all night.
Oh, okay. So, what time does Mr. Lewis usually wake up?
I wake up until usually around like 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay. So it feels like everyone's kind of going around to do their thing until that. So we're gonna go back to you, Mr. Lewis. You're around 9 o'clock or 9:30. There's a knock on your apartment door above your little. I'm assuming you have like an apartment above your little studio area. Down the street from the gym that you work out at.
Yeah. I put on a robe. I'm wearing pajama pants, like, button up pajama pants and stuff like that. And I just answer the door.
Mm-hmm. There's a man standing there. A man you remember by the name of Father Thomas. African-American gentleman. Actually, now he's Justice Thomas, of course. And so looking at you, goes, Mr. Lewis, I hope I'm not intruding. Or hope I haven't bothered you.
No, what's cracking? What's up?
Oh, nothing, just there's been a lot of things. I've been bothered by things. I wanted to make sure that you were doing okay.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Right. Just so we're gonna go there. You've been to the various meetings that he's held, right? The various dinner meetings, the community meetings that Father Thomas has hosted with Moogie.
Is this out of character? No, I would know who these people are.
Oh, no, I know out of character. You don't know who they are, but they're sort of. But would Mr. Lewis have shown up to various meetings with if invited by Father Thomas, this sort of community figure who wants you to come there to sort of discuss what's going on in the community and what can be done to sort of keep it up and running?
If he invited me, yeah. But other than that, more likely no.
Okay, so you've been invited. You have been invited. How if let's say you're invited, how often would you have come? Would you have come every week if they met up on? Let's say they meet up on Friday evenings. Would you have been there? Or sorry, not Friday evenings, Friday mornings. Would you have come in come down to Moogie's for the Friday morning talks, or would you have gone somewhere else?
I would have showed up.
Would you have showed up every week?
I keep my Yeah, just to hear the stuff out.
Okay. All right. So you've been here. You have been. Everything all right?
Yeah, I had a phone call.
Okay. Sorry. All right, so you've been there for a few weeks. You've met the people. There's been a handful of people that have come in. The mayor has come in and sat down and talked with them. He's a very irregular occurrence. There's a local shop owner by the name of Mr. Saturday. Would frequently come in and discuss things with them. A lot of it is it was a little tense, but they all seem to be getting along fairly well. There are some hushed conversations that you aren't necessarily a part of. Usually, Moogie or someone else will draw you aside and talk to you a little bit about what's going on in the community centers. Other people have some sort of more private conversations. Some of those you might have noticed got a little heated, but they never got loud. And you can probably tell like two people are very angry with each other and talking very quietly. One of the topics that has been going on is the 33rd Street boys and what should be done about them. What would have they're, for in case you didn't know, they're a gang that has been sort of gobbling up other gangs. They were a small group of people until they were led by a man named John Mayer, who you may know there are some rumors on the street that John Mayer can make things happen. That he's just lucky.
I see.
There's in fact there's a kid. You've definitely heard stories from kids that people who pissed off John Mayer have unfortunate accidents. And by unfortunate accidents, I don't mean like, hey, he fell down the stairs and landed on some bullets. I mean like, I mean like they're driving. Oh, no, not like that. No. Like he's driving his car, down the road, and they're sideswiped by a city bus.
Oh my god!
Or a dude who owed him money was walking down the street when a brick fell from the top of a building, hit this guy on the head, and now he's dead. And there are some people who say that he made it happen. They don't know how, but that he made that stuff happen. Also, he's been getting a lot more violent recently in his acquisitions of power, making more and more groups kind of bow down and, shall we say, kiss the ring, work with him.
He's trying to make a syndicate, pretty much.
Yeah, no, he already has that almost, if not actually. So the question is, what do you feel about that, as Mr. Lewis?
I mean, are law enforcement involved? Like, is law enforcement getting paid under the table? Do you have to look the other way?
Law enforcement is really, really tied up with like the fucking riots of The Voice. Like, law enforcement has been mostly ineffective in the area. Although, you do know that Father Thomas has been working with the police chief in order to try to make it, shall we say, a better place.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. That is a good one. I will have to say, at least, come on, think, Lewis. Okay, so this guy is gobbling up a lot of gangs, which is pretty much not good for the community. Shit. I'm just gonna have to. You're just gonna see Lewis. He just gets up and like he goes outside and just like he's trying to think to himself, like kind of think how he's gonna plan this out. Fuck. For once, I'm kind of stuck.
How he's gonna plan what out? What is his thoughts on this?
On this is pretty much like, yo, that's kind of fucked up. Like somebody needs to stop this man, but at the same time, he's not trying to put his neck out there and get fucked up. He cares for the community and all, but he is kind of like he's playing with fire. He don't want to get burned. At the same time, he's trying to stop this. So
all right. I'm not understanding what you're trying to get at. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. So pretty much think of it as like this: if you just like how you just said it, what is his thoughts on how he's going to try to stop it? Right?
No. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, my thoughts is pretty much it's fucked up. I'm literally it's fucked up.
All right.
That's pretty much it. It's fucked up. He don't know what his real thoughts on this.
All right. So it's fucked up. Just beyond that, it's fucked up.
It is fucked
Yeah.
up.
All right.
He's right about that.
What do you mean by fucked up? Like how do you mean fucked up? Like what is fucked up about it?
Wait. Okay, so what I meant like it's fucked up is right. So what I meant by that is that we got to find a way to try to stop this. If not, it's going to pretty much cancerous. It's
Okay,
pretty
so
much think of it as like cancer. It's constantly growing.
You want to stop it. All right.
Yeah, it's hurting people, and the community is suffering for this. I mean, you got drugs being pushed, you got prostitution that's being pushed. It's pretty much like this whole town is like Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, he has taken over almost everything in the city.
See,
although he isn't pushing prostitution. In fact,
Jesus.
So most of the people who were peddling prostitution got pushed out or killed in the sort of riots that went on. The ones that didn't, the 33rd Street Boys are rumored to be hunting them down and killing them.
I see.
Not the women, normally, like the guys. Not like street walkers, although there has been some violence in that way, but it's uncertain whether or not that's tied to the 33rd Street. But there have been rumors of things like that going on.
Okay, what about?
You're talking about like basically like pimps, right?
Yeah,
People who are taking advantage of all of this are being attacked. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about like carjackings? Because people like that. It's like high carjackings, breaking and entering, mugging, robbery.
I mean, it's probably that rumored that he has his hand in most of that stuff.
Okay. This City Block Watch, I guess. City Watch. I guess we call in. Well, we already got the whole community. I guess we just make it harder for him to move his products or do whatever he try to do. Try to set up a City Block Watch, neighborhood watch party.
So Father Thomas looks at you. Is like that's. Do you not think that could put more people at risk?
I just look at him, sir. Like, I don't know. I'm lived out here for what 2, maybe 3 years max. You know, I come from the A, right? I know how this stuff works usually.
What do you mean? You know how this works usually?
Usually, syndicates like this likes to a strong tight on stuff. Pretty much make the quiet down, like you said, like make them go bye bye a little bit. Is it going to put them at risk? Tad bit, but somebody got to speak up and tell this, got to stop worrying about what's going on with the riots and focus on like what's going on now. Got to break the police up a little bit. Focus on the riots. Focus on the crime syndicate that's going on right now. They put all our man resources into one thing of the riots.
He sort of nods. He's like, yeah. I mean, I'll admit I was a little worried about the hold he has over this area, and part of me was thinking he might be someone to work with if he could be controlled, but I'm not certain anymore.
You try to say the influx of pushing more drugs onto the streets? I mean, don't get me wrong.
More was that if we'll taking him down stop the gangs that were already doing it.
No, see, you gotta also think of it. Gangs are like gangs and syndicates are like snakeheads. All right, you cut one off, more is just going to pop up.
Well, then wouldn't it be best to get this one under control then, rather than cut it off? That's my point. Is if something happens to him, won't there just be another one?
It'd just be another one. If a king leaves his throne, another king is going to rise up to take that throne. Another person is going to take up.
He nods. Well, you've given me something to think about.
Well,
thank you.
I tried my best.
He sort of, nods and excuses himself and walks away.
All right, I just go back into my house, apartment.
All right. So he's like, "Oh, I guess I will see you in a few days then." Keep an eye out. I hear some things are going down with the fires and the bombings. if you could keep an ear out for anything happening in the city that we should, discuss, I'd really like to hear about it. All right, especially at this next meeting.
Yeah, you got my phone number. Well, my cell phone number. No, I don't do after hour business.
Understand?
That's pretty much it. You be safe. I heard about that. You heard about that new virus that's going around? Crap.
Yes. I mean, it's we're technically on lockdown, but I figured this was a important enough thing to risk to come out to discuss. I needed your take on some things before the meeting this week. Hope to see you there.
Yeah, don't worry, I got you. I'll bring donuts.
Yeah. It's like I've always enjoyed how reasonable you are, Mr. Johnson, or Mr. Louis. Sorry.
I'll see you around, sir.
All right. So Nazi sort of walks on away.
And I just go hit the showers and put on some clothes.
Sure. After that, what are you doing?
I'm likely just gonna put on the couch and play Madden 2021. A little bit online.
Okay.
And after I play, a few rounds of Madden and Call of Duty, I'm just I can probably see who's the community service center open right now.
No, it's probably closed. You probably don't have any classes there. Your kids are probably very upset about this, that the community center is not opening and hosting events because of the virus.
I'm not sure what's.
You know what? I'm gonna hold a Zoom call.
I mean, I'm not certain Zoom is that big of a thing yet.
Skype.
Discord. I'm holding a Discord call.
Yeah. I mean, the other problem is some of these your students probably don't have a Discord computer. They may have a phone, depending on what they do, but
yeah, you can still do Discord on the phone.
it's fine.
You're gonna teach a dance class on video call?
Whoa.
Yeah, sure. In it to win it.
All right.
I'm gonna make these kids happy and not depressed.
Okay. Are you going to go out and do what he asked you to do about keeping an eye on stuff going on in the city, or are you too focused on your kids?
You know what? I'll cruise around the city for a little bit.
I mean,
I'll
you don't have
tell
to
the
cruise
kids,
around the city. I mean, you can just sort of look around for various things online.
I can't tell if
Oh, okay. Yeah,
the
I'll look
audio
around online. See
echo I'm
what's,
hearing is
going on.
me.
Sure. Okay, that's fair. All right, we're gonna go back to
Or
Sydney.
them.
Sydney, you had a thing.
Yes. So Sydney is getting back to her office, and she's back to the office. Then she will see if the boss is in a meeting or if he's available to talk to her.
Looks like he is in a meeting.
Okay. She will. Is his office like an open office with the glass windows?
No. There's a little more privacy in his office.
Okay. Then she will go back to her desk very quickly and type up a very brief but as brief as she can make it, but also make it clear. So brief but clear report that the main structure seems intact. There's a lot of internal debris, and an inspector is going to be requested. Blah, blah, blah about the inside. Already good prospects with volunteers. Will continue volunteers. Update forthcoming. Something like that. And she'll send it off as an email header for the project, whatever they decided to call it, and send it to him.
All right. What then?
I don't think it's me. I don't think it's me.
Once she has got that, she's going to continue to, she's going to make sure her phone's on silent, but vibrate so she can still feel it or hear it on her desk without it interrupting everybody.
With Canva, anyone can create.
Then she's going to continue to work with a little more detail on the project, talking about calling in somebody who has knowledge with, or finding a connection for somebody who has knowledge with construction, so some kind of contractor, and making sure it is safe, those kinds of things. And then also making sure she's got flyers started to put up for volunteers, in the courthouse, flyers for community service work needed. So she'll wait on that until she gets a call or a text from Haley or whoever after giving her business card away.
All right.
Still hear it.
To know more about what she's typed up and sent him.
Sure.
She's also going to make a private note, not on the tablet, but to her, like on her cell phone, to talk to her granny about the ghost things, the figures that Daryl was talking about, and to make a note to do a little bit more research on the asylum and see what happened to it in the first place, and rumors and urban legends, all of those kinds of things associated with it.
All right, roll me secrecy.
Secrecy?
Actually, no, not secrecy. Roll me knowledge.
Knowledge, okay. No bonuses or anything.
Nope.
It's a success.
Right. So, there is some rumors that
I'm gonna try leaving the Discord. Going back.
mental hospital that burned down. It used to house mostly women.
It's still picking them up? Not.
Okay.
Looks like we lost Darren. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm just trying to solve an audio issue. I think it might be the audio coming through on Roll20 or something.
I think there's a little echo from Sydney, unfortunately.
Oh, is there? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hang, give me just a minute. Let me go grab a headset.
Sorry. So, let us know when you are back, simply so that we can continue.
I am here.
Yes, I meant her, because she had asked me things, so I was giving her a rundown on stuff.
Okey-doke.
Can you hear me at all right now?
Yes, I hear you. I think,
It's probably my Roll20 then.
yeah, I think it's coming through on Roll20. I think that's what it is. Because I was using the Discord and I was still hearing it.
Is that better?
Yeah, because I'm not holding down my
Okay.
push to talk on my Discord right now, so it's
I
probably
can-
me.
I
Hold
can
on.
hear you. I did not hear anything coming through on Roll20, but then mine is muted, so might be that also. But yes, I that sounds better for me.
Okay.
No, see, you're there, and you're you can used to be asylum, housing mostly women. Burned down back in the 80s or so. At least that's what people say. This is kind of rumory things. As for urban legends, there have been various tales of creepiness around the building. People maybe feeling odd as they walk past it. Maybe some rumors of something or someone living there. Stalking the night, seeking out, people to abduct and kill.
Fun.
Some say it's definitely haunted, with the ghosts of the scientists and doctors who are doing, like, weird experiments there. And that's why the dead don't rest in that area.
Okay.
You see, there's apparently some group called Nightmare Fuel. Apparently, they had some recording on. They were gonna go there, and do some sort of like seance thing, but that was supposed to be a few days ago, and they haven't posted anything about it.
Okay. So they were supposed to go a couple days ago, and they still haven't posted anything.
Basically, it's a posted. We were going to trespass on your property.
Yeah.
But we didn't. Or maybe they did, because you saw there was like camera and tripod equipment, although there's no camera there.
Okay.
But if they were there, they left shit behind, so you have no clue what was going to happen with that.
Okay. Okay, so she's making note of all of this. Some of the questions in terms of the rumors or like the idea that the dead are restless, those kinds of things, she is making note to ask her granny about, to see if granny has any connections or any people that may know more, since her grandmother has lived, granny and Naomi's family have lived here for years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we're going to go back to the other group. So, I'm guessing you're hauling this still somewhat coming down from a drug haze boy back to your apartment.
Yep.
Yes.
You should feel special, Daryl. This is the first time Isabel's brought someone back to her own apartment.
I don't know what you're talking about. She has people over all the time.
Just let me know when we walk in so I can light a cigarette immediately.
Sure. You walk in and you pull out your pack of cigarettes, and they're glowing.
Wait, I'm still tripping?
You thought you were done, but as you pull out your pack of cigarettes and you pull out, it is glowing.
Does anyone else see this?
Cigarettes?
They're not glowing for you.
No. But if you're gonna smoke one, out on the balcony, please.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I walk out towards the balcony. I really want to, like, I'm really interested in why I'm seeing these glow now. What happens when I strike one up? Anything? Do I start tripping again?
No, it glows brighter. It glows even brighter.
Oh,
And
yeah, of
every time you
course,
inhale,
yeah.
it goes even brighter than that. But like lit, it's just
Like a normal cigarette, right?
yeah. Feels right. It feels right for you.
What do you mean?
It just feels right.
Like, it normally feels right?
No. No, feels way more right now.
I mean, I've had a rough day, and it's like, oh, it feels really good.
No. It feels right. Like you should be smoking.
Okay.
Like you should be smoking all the time. In fact, as you're standing out there, you sort of look up and you think you see a figure. Like the clouds start forming, you think you see a figure of almost a man looking down at you.
Okay. If you enjoy the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe.